In this video, we'll discuss about vector product of two vectors or cross product of two vectors. A vector product or cross product of two vectors A and B is a vector C such that magnitude of the vector C is equal to AB into sin theta, where theta is the angle between the vector A and B. The vector C is perpendicular to the plane containing the vector A and B. We can explain the cross product of vector by right hand screw rule. Consider a right-handed screw as shown in the figure. So this is your right-handed screw. Right-handed screw means you hold this screw in your right hand. The head of the screw laying in the plane of the two vectors A and B. You see, this is the head of the screw, and the screw is perpendicular to the plane. If this is the plane of the paper, then screw is perpendicular to the plane of the paper, and you rotate the head in anti-clockwise direction from A to B. This is the head of the screw, and you rotate this screw in anti-clockwise direction as shown in the figure from A to B. The tip of the screw advances in the direction of C. If you rotate the head of the screw in anti-clockwise direction from A to B, the tip of the screw as shown in the figure, it will move in the direction of C. You see, this is the direction of the C, and the direction of the C gives you the vector product of the vector A and B. So if two vectors A and B, they lie in the xy plane, then the vector product of these two vectors A and B will be along the z axis. So you see in the figure, there are two angles between A and B. One is your theta and another angle is your 360 degree minus theta. This angle is 360 degree minus theta, and this angle is theta. And you should rotate the screw, or while taking the dot product, the cross product of two vector A and B, you should rotate the vector through the smaller angle. As shown in the figure, you rotate the vector from A to B because this is the smaller angle. You can also find the cross product of two vector A and B by using right hand thumb rule. This is your right hand thumb rule. You curl up the fingers of right hand around a line perpendicular to the plane of the vectors A and B. As shown in the figure, this is the plane containing two vectors A and B, and you curls up the fingers. This is the curling of your finger. So you curl up the fingers of right hand around a line. This is the line. So you curl your right hand, the finger, around this line to the plane of the perpendicular to the plane of the finger vectors A and B. So you curl your finger like this, which is perpendicular to the plane of the vectors containing A and B. So if the fingers are curled up in the direction from A to B as shown in the figure, then the stretched thumb, this is your stretched thumb. So the stretched thumb points in the direction of the vector C. So you should obey these two rules, that is your right-handed screw rule and your right hand rule, to explain the cross product of two vectors. Now you have to remember some important notes in cross product of two vectors. The vector product or cross product is not commutative. That is, A cross B is not equal to B cross A. The magnitude of A cross B and B cross A is the same, but the direction of A cross B is opposite to the direction of B cross A. The second important note is A cross B does not change sign under reflection. Under reflection, if you take A, that is equal to minus A, and under reflection B will be equal to minus B, So after reflection, A cross B also will be equal to A cross B. Next important note, like scalar product, vector products are distributive with respect to vector addition. That means in scalar product we have read that A dot B plus C equal to A dot B plus A dot C. In vector product also A cross B plus C equal to A cross B plus A cross C. Now we'll learn about some elementary cross product rules. A cross A will be equal to 0 because the angle between A vector is equal to 0 degree. Sin 0 is equal to 0. So A cross A will be equal to 0. This 0 is a null vector. Similarly, if you have three vectors I cap, j cap and k cap, as you know, I cap is the unit vector along x, j cap is the unit vector along y axis and k cap is the unit vector along z axis. So I cap cross I cap equal to 0, j cap cross j cap is equal to 0 and k cap cross k cap equal to 0. Since the angle between I cap and j cap is equal to 90 degree and the angle between k cap and j cap is equal to 90 degree and the angle between I cap and k cap is equal to 90 degree, I cap cross k cap will be equal to 1. Magnitude of I cap cross k cap will be equal to 1 and that magnitude is along the z axis, that is along k cap. So you write I cap cross j cap is equal to k cap, j cap cross k cap is equal to I cap and k cap cross I cap is equal to j cap. Similarly, we can write A cross B because of A cross B is equal to minus of B cross A. So j cap cross I cap will be equal to minus k cap and k cap cross j cap will be equal to minus I cap and I cap cross k cap will be equal to minus j cap. So if you denote I cap, j cap and k cap in cyclic order as shown in the figure, then I cap cross j cap will be equal to k cap, j cap cross k cap will be equal to I cap and I cap cross j cap will be equal to k cap cross I cap will be equal to j cap, I cap cross j cap will be equal to k cap. If you take in opposite to cyclic order, that means j cap cross I cap that will be equal to minus k cap and k cap cross j cap will be equal to minus I cap and I cap cross k cap will be equal to minus j cap. So in cyclic order you take the cross product, vector product or cross product as positive and in opposite to the cyclic order you take the vector product as negative. Now we'll discuss about the vector product in component form. Suppose you have two vectors, A vector is ax into I cap plus ay into j cap plus az into k cap and b vector is bx into I cap plus by into j cap plus bz into k cap, where ax, ay, az are the components along I, j and k axis. Similarly, bx, by, bz are the components along I, j, k axis respectively. Then you can find out the cross product of the component vector A cross B like this. Here you have to apply the elementary cross product rule. By applying the elementary cross product rule, you can find out the cross product of the vector in component form. The same result also you will get if you write it the cross product in determinant form like this. So if you are given two vectors in component form, A vector equal to 3i cap minus 4j cap plus 5k cap and B vector is minus 2i cap plus j cap minus 3k cap, and if you want to find out the cross product of two vectors, then write it in determinant form. In determinant form you can easily find out the cross product. That means this is the first row and this is the first column. So if you consider I cap, you leave this first row and first column and take the cross multiplication of minus 4 with minus 3 then minus 5 into 1. Then if you consider this row and this column, then you leave this one and take the multiplication of 3 into minus 3, then minus 2 into 5. And if you take k cap, then you leave this row and this column and take the cross product of 3 into 1 and minus 4 with minus 2, like this. You remember, while you consider the middle column, that is j cap, you first multiply 3 with minus 3, then minus 5 into minus 2. You multiply like this, then you can easily calculate the cross product between two vectors which are in component form. And since we know a cross b is equal to minus of b cross a, so if a cross b will be equal to 7 I cap minus j cap minus 5 k cap, then b cross a will be equal to minus 7 I cap plus j cap plus 5 k cap. So this is a brief discussion about vector product or cross product of two vectors. Thank you.